I'm Adrian, the cruise and travel guy, and I've just returned from almost 1 week on board one of the most spectacularly beautiful and innovative ships I've ever sailed on. But did that innovation come at some cost to passenger comfort? And speaking of cost, I also set myself a challenge to see if I could enjoy a truly all-inclusive cruise holiday experience and not spend a single cent during this cruise. Let's see how I did. Celebrity's Edge class of ships is one of the most unique cruising around the world today. I sailed on board Celebrity Edge, the launch ship of the class. Her maiden cruise occurred only in 2018, and since then, 3 additional sister ships have been delivered and 1 is coming soon, with a few exhibiting some important updates which we'll talk about soon. The first thing that strikes you about Celebrity Edge is her incredible design and style. Both indoors and out, the ship exudes a premium sense of quality that was clearly considered long before she was built. Design is as subjective a topic as ever, but at every turn, you'll be amazed by details as unique as martini glass hot tubs, an asymmetrical walking track, a rooftop garden, and of course, the magic carpet. There's so much more though. She has a fabulous pool deck that is as distinctive as it is enjoyable to spend time on. This light installation takes pride of place above the pool bar and is another interesting visual. Altogether, it makes this ship feel more like a resort. And to that end, Celebrity is the only cruise line to be star rated by the Forbes travel guide for that very thing. Celebrity Edge is only slightly larger than her Solstice class sisters. She comes in at about 130,000 tons and has a capacity for roughly 3,000 guests at double occupancy. The majority of those passengers will be housed within the ship's controversial infinite veranda cabins. Replacing standard balcony cabins, infinite veranda cabins offer a unique indoor-outdoor living space, with a floor-to-ceiling glass window that can be electronically controlled. The top half of the window slides down or back up at the touch of a button, though it's a slow process and the mechanism is on the loud side. In fact, I was even woken up one night when my neighbor's window was being either raised or lowered, so they're pretty loud. The veranda part of the cabin has a table and 2 chairs, plus French-style doors that can be closed to separate the veranda space from the cabin. The doors almost take the role of traditional sheer curtains as they help cut light from the outside without blocking it completely. When the window is in the down position, the cabin's air conditioning stops working, and although I thought closing the French doors would activate it again, it didn't. So the only way to have the air conditioning functioning in the room is to have the veranda window closed. There is also a block-out blind that is likewise electronically controlled. It can be operated from a switch near the window or by the panel near the front door, which also houses controls for the in-room lighting and temperature. I thought the infinite veranda was a winning combination. Michael and I talked about how often we actually use a regular balcony when we cruise, and the answer is probably not as much as we think. The thing I do personally love most about a balcony is being able to have access to fresh air and the changing views. The infinite veranda definitely allowed all of that to happen, with potentially even more convenience. The huge floor-to-ceiling window meant the view wasn't obstructed when it was closed, and when open it felt a lot more private than a regular balcony, where you can often hear your neighbors chatting and they can likewise hear you. Most controversial in some cases, especially if you read anything online, is that the captain can actually lock the windows from the bridge. They would tend to only do this during inclement weather or if there is window cleaning taking place. We didn't experience it, but I can't say it would be that much of a bother. The cabin itself is spacious, bright and well designed. Contemporary finishes, LED lighting, a flat screen television with on-demand programming, a pull-out lounge and fairly comfortable bed all make up the bulk of the cabin. In terms of storage, there are cavernous drawers, hidden shelves behind cabinetry, and a full wardrobe. Cabins alternate with beds either closer to the infinite veranda or to the wardrobe. Ours was the latter, and I would suggest that you get one with the bed closer to the veranda if you can. With the wardrobe doors open, it's difficult to maneuver in that small space. French-style doors like those used on the Silver Explorer would have been a better choice to make the most of this limited space. The bathroom, though, cannot be faulted. This is without a doubt the best non-suite cruise ship bathroom I have ever had the pleasure of using, and in fact significantly exceeds the mini-suite bathroom on competitor cruise line Princess, at least on its older ships. The wide vanity with sink is flanked by corner shelving. There's under-sink storage shelves, plus a deep drawer, and even a US-style electrical outlet. The shower is just a thing of beauty. It's spacious, has incredible water pressure, a glass shower door, and comes stocked with shampoo, conditioner, and body wash for those that don't bring their own supplies. There is a wide variety of accommodation choices on board Edge. Of course, it starts with interiors and then ocean views, infinite verandas, and then suite class. Within that though, they also offer concierge class and aqua class. Typically, these are standard infinite veranda cabins, but they do come with additional perks. Among others, these include access to priority services in the case of concierge class, and even a dedicated restaurant called Blue for those in aqua class. I won't review those specific features as we didn't use them, but just know that if you are seeking something better than standard accommodation but not quite ready to stump up for the retreat, celebrity suite class experience, then there are plenty of options on offer. And speaking of the retreat, we sailed in the Royal Suite on the older Celebrity Eclipse a couple of years ago, and you can watch my review of that experience in my video linked above and in the description below for all of the details. When it comes time to doing that favorite cruise pastime of eating, Celebrity offers a full range of complimentary and specialty dining options. In keeping with our intention to have a purely all-inclusive experience, we chose to exclusively dine in the complimentary venues on board. On the casual dining front, Edge offers the typical cruise ship buffet. Here it's called the Ocean View Cafe, and it has a fantastic layout, with food stations housed within one main space, making it easy to move around and find things you might enjoy. The Ocean View Cafe is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but also offers a reduced service outside of those peak times for those seeking a nosh. By the pool, you'll find the Masked Grill, offering a range of complimentary burgers and hot dogs from late morning until the early evening. For something healthier, the Solarium Spa Cafe offers a range of lighter dishes like salads, wraps, and smoothies. It's open for a short breakfast and lunch service daily. Eden Cafe is another venue that is likewise open for a short breakfast and lunch service, and it offers continental style bites such as pastries and bagels by morning, and sandwiches, salads, and wraps by afternoon. Cafe Al Baccio has a display case filled with delectable looking treats available over the course of the entire day. We really enjoyed trying all of these venues, and the Ocean View Cafe in particular offered a wide variety of food items across the day that should suit everyone's palate. It was very easy to find things to enjoy, and although I don't have any particular dietary requirements, there were clearly marked gluten-free and vegan sections with options that looked quite tasty. Late night pizza is something not to be missed after a night dancing away in the club. I was, however, served what has to be one of the worst sandwich combinations ever known to humans at the Eden Cafe. I ordered a vegetarian sandwich, which according to the menu included avocado and tomato, and it sounded like something I would enjoy. But what arrived after a 20-minute wait was a pile of curried broccoli and cauliflower pressed between two pieces of bread. I honestly found it more funny than anything else because I was just curious about who would think that a broccoli and cauliflower sandwich is something that you should serve to someone, especially on a luxury resort at sea? But as I always say, with that much complimentary dining available, if you don't like something, just go somewhere else and get something else. There are plenty of options on board, so I laughed it off and continued with my day. On the formal dining front, Celebrity offers 4 restaurants that effectively act as the main dining rooms. These are all part of the complimentary dining offering, and each of the restaurants is uniquely themed. All are located across decks 3 and 4 with a staircase connecting them between levels. There's the Greek-inspired Cyprus, French-rooted Normandy, modern-style Cosmopolitan, and Italian restaurant Tuscan. Predominantly operating under the structure of anytime dining, guests could either call the dining reservations line once on board to make a reservation up to 2 days in advance, or you could take your chance with a walk-in. If you are going to go down the walk-in path, I suggest either going early or late, or just being flexible with which one you go to. Each restaurant menu offers a range of items that is standard across all 4 venues, with items such as sirloin steak and broiled salmon, along with other traditional options that changed. Additionally, each restaurant offered a variety of exclusive options. In Cyprus, we enjoyed lentil soup and lamb shank. Both were absolutely delicious. In Cosmopolitan, we ordered the cauliflower flan and oxtail royale. In Normandy, we tried the turkey terrine and baked brie, and in Tuscan, the creamy Tuscan shrimp soup and carbonara. I also learned that guests can order any of the exclusive options while dining in any of the 4 restaurants. Primarily, we dined between 8 and 8:30 every night, so we had no trouble either just walking in or having made a reservation earlier in getting a table for 2. Overall, I really enjoyed the included dining on board Celebrity Edge. Dishes were well presented and tasty, and I thought the portion sizes were excellent. We also enjoyed trying a few of the appetizers or starters, diners, and the waitstaff happily accommodated our requests for 1 or 2 extra to share. One of the 4 restaurants also opens for breakfast service daily and lunch service during sea days. Now, let's talk about the ship. When Edge launched, he was generally met with high praise, but there were definitely some changes that at least regular celebrity cruises took to be a little controversial. One change, or rather addition, quickly became my favorite thing about the Edge class, and that is the magic carpet. The bright tangerine-colored platform is located midship and sits off Edge's starboard side. It can be elevated or lowered to different levels depending on its use. This includes as an extension to the main or upper pool deck, where it is used primarily as a bar venue. With lounges, bar tables, and incredible views, in no time the magic carpet became my favorite daytime hangout zone. The service from the bar crew there, Edward, Fred, Joan, and Alvin, was second to none, and we enjoyed breezy days, blue skies, and colorful cocktails. It was all topped off with background music that was played at the perfect background level, just enough to provide some atmosphere without killing conversation. Edge also features my favorite ship-based walking track ever. 2.5 laps are equal to 1 kilometer, and the asymmetrical figure 8 track inclines from decks 15 to 16. It's clearly marked, and it helps keep your mind stimulated enough to while away enough time to tick a cardio workout off your to-do list if that's your thing. Downstairs and indoors, the Grand Plaza is the ship's heart. Here you'll find a stunning split-level space with bars, a cafe, and restaurants. The centerpiece to all of it is the stunning martini bar located on deck 3. The light installation above is reminiscent of a chandelier, with LED lighting effects making it feel extra special. This space was a little bit contradictory for me. Visually, it's incredible. While its tapestry of elegant materials and angles delights the eyes, the practicality of the space, however, is a little different. Most obviously, I found the location of the main bar, the martini bar, to be a little at odds with the whole purpose of the space. The bar is located up against the end of the area, bordered with a ramp and with seating around only 2/3 or so of the bar itself. This is a regression from the Solstice class ships, with their completely wraparound ice-topped martini bars providing a much more enjoyable space. Outside of the bar proper, there are armchairs and lounges, plus stools that line the walls, which help to cater for the inevitable overflow of people, but create narrow gaps to walk through as a result. This space was notoriously popular and busy as a result, and the limited size did contribute to the sense of crowding. Additionally, the martini bar itself sits in this basement-like space, with no views of the outside world. It felt very disconnected from what was going on outside of the area, admittedly more of a problem during the daytime. One of the main reasons the Grand Plaza felt so busy is that there are just not that many indoor venues to enjoy on board. Bar and lounge venues in particular are really limited, especially in comparison to something like a Princess Cruises ship, where one can really meander from place to place with ease. On Edge, there's the Martini Bar, the Casino Bar, Cafe Al Baccio, the Club, which is primarily used as a venue for entertainment events or as a nightclub, and then Eden. There just aren't an optimum number of places and spaces for people to spread out within on board, and that was one of my biggest gripes with Edge. On that note, let's talk about Eden. Eden is a lounge, bar, and restaurant that is designed to stimulate all of the senses. It spans across 3 decks, right across the aft section of the ship. It's multi-level, multi-sensory, and completely beautiful. The Edge class's asymmetrical motif is on full display here. A ramp snakes its way across the very back and sides of the lounge, allowing guests to find their own private spot to relax with an incredible wake view. The bulk of Eden is dedicated to lounging areas, although I found the furniture here to be a little tricky. It was quite low and not necessarily comfortable, and there was so much of it that walking around the main level required squeezing and maneuvering, especially during busy evenings. On the lowest level of the space, you'll find Eden, a specialty dining venue. This is consistently recognized as the best dining venue on board Edge, with guests choosing between an a la carte or a set menu that comes in at about $100 per person. The restaurant holds pride of place on board, its aft setting giving diners a one-of-a-kind perspective during their dinner, and it's also a fantastic place to celebrate a special occasion. Edge offers plenty of other specialty dining venues as well. Le Grand Bistro is located in the Grand Plaza, and has an a la carte lunch menu with French specialties such as crepes and bouillabaisse with a per person price of about $36. By night, the venue is used for the famous Le Petit Chef experience. This immersive dinner puts your plate at the center of the action, with a projection highlighting the humorous cartoon preparation of your meal, which is then served for you to enjoy. This footage that you're watching is from my time on Celebrity Eclipse, but expect the same sort of experience on Edge. The cost is about $70 per person. Fine Cut Steakhouse, as the name suggests, is your go-to place for your red meat fix. Again, located in the Grand Plaza and with an alfresco dining section as well, it costs about $80 per person. The menu offers a range of upscale starters such as lobster cocktail and smoked pork belly, and main courses of filet mignon or boneless ribeye among others. Raw on 5 is your go-to for freshly prepared seafood towers, sashimi and stir fries among other things, and it offers a la carte pricing. The Rooftop Garden Grill is an alfresco dining option for about $30 per person for lunch and $55 per person for dinner. Expect pulled pork sliders, wings, burgers and salads by day, with a more extensive range of meat dishes such as steaks and kebabs available by night. Entertainment on board Edge is centered around the incredible arena-style theater. The semicircular design with central stage means that all cruisers are rewarded with a fantastic view of the performances. The space is flanked by giant LED lighting systems, and a huge wall of screens displays moving imagery that truly immerses the audience in the show. We watched several of Celebrity's production shows here, and all were really good. My favorite was a performance by New Zealand's Will Martin. It was incredible. Celebrity's Broadway-style production shows are also fantastic. I would suggest arriving at least 15 minutes ahead of showtime, maybe even earlier, to ensure you get your preferred seating. Elsewhere on board, you'll find plenty of live music, with the ship's bands playing everywhere from the Grand Plaza to the club and even the pool deck. Live music is clearly a focus on board, and it's really an enjoyable part of the experience. The house DJ also performs sets in the Grand Plaza and the pool deck. The Silent Disco is one celebrity entertainment event that you should be sure not to miss. It was probably my favorite event during our cruise. Attendees wear wireless headphones, and they have 3 channels of music, with the selected channel indicated by the color displayed on each headset, so you can look at who else seems to be having the most fun and switch to their channel, or just take the headphones off and enjoy the cacophony of sound as people unknowingly yell out their favorite tunes. The club is a 2-level nightclub that was the place to go for dancing late into the night. During the day, there's plenty to do, with entertainment led by the cruise director in particular, offering a range of game show style events such as the Liars Club, the Whisper Game, and the Love and Marriage Show. There's also the now ubiquitous Deal or No Deal, bingo, trivia, and other events like competitions. You could also verse the crew in a passenger versus crew volleyball game on the pool deck. There are plenty of fitness classes, demonstrations, and talks and shopping events that will all help you keep as occupied as you want to be on a sea day. For those seeking a more relaxed daytime experience, the Solarium offers respite from the activities in an adults-only indoor pool environment. It also offers quick access to the onboard spa, where you can indulge in some services like a massage. Plus, the Spa Cafe and the Mars Grill are both in the immediate vicinity and offer some delicious midday snacks. Having said that, the outdoor pool deck was quite a relaxing environment throughout the day. Although there are some events held here throughout the cruise, there's no giant movie screen to ruin the atmosphere of a day at sea, a la other cruise lines. Even though an outdoor movie screen does exist, it's located away from the main pool deck at the rooftop garden, which is a much better spot in my opinion. The concept of all-inclusive holidays means that travelers shouldn't feel like they've been shortchanged or have had to sacrifice some part of their holiday for that experience. On mainstream cruise lines, this has become quite a challenge, as more and more of the onboard offerings require additional passenger expenditure. So part of this cruise for me was testing whether Celebrity really does offer an all-included cruise experience. To me, that means accommodation, dining, beverages, internet, and entertainment. And I feel like Celebrity ticked all of those boxes. It's also worth noting that on cruises from Australia, tips are included in our fare. To make sure that we could have this experience, we purchased the all-included fare option, which meant we received the classic drinks package and basic internet. On sailings from Australia, New Zealand, and the UK, the classic drinks package covers beverages up to $12. There's a variety of spirits, beers, cocktails, and wines included within this range. The majority of cocktails presented in menus on board exceeds this price, though we did find out that guests can ask for drinks to be made with spirits that are included in the classic drinks package when ordering, and this is usually accommodated without issue. For drinks that came in above the included cost, you simply pay the difference. We decided to upgrade to the premium drinks package before our cruise. As a perk for our elite level membership in Celebrity Cruises loyalty program, the cost to upgrade was discounted to $19.50 Australian per person per day. For the price, it seemed like a no-brainer for us, as it meant we could enjoy cocktails of a higher grade, including the venerable espresso martini and others that were typically available at the martini bar, which of course was one of our favorite places to hang out. At that cost and for what we enjoyed on board, I'm ultimately glad we paid for the upgrade and felt it was worthwhile. From a dining perspective, there was so much available in the included range of dining options throughout the day and night that we didn't need to spend a cent extra. I would have enjoyed going to Eden in particular, but during my last Celebrity Cruise, I tried all of the specialty venues and otherwise dined exclusively in Lumini, and while there is a difference, I didn't feel that the main dining room offering was somehow second best. The food was well presented and on the whole, very delicious. The menus were concise, the service friendly, the restaurant's intimate, and so the dining experience on board felt perfectly worthy of the fare we paid. And having booked a last-minute guarantee infinite veranda cabin about a month and a half before the cruise, all up including the upgrade to the premium drinks package, this cruise cost 1,675 Australian dollars or 1,100 US dollars per person for 6 nights of unlimited food, beverages, entertainment, and accommodation. And we did indeed get away without spending a single cent extra on board. To me, it really proves that you can enjoy an all-included cruise holiday, at least with Celebrity, without feeling like you've been shortchanged or missed out. It's also worth noting that many of the issues I identified on board Edge, mostly to do with some of the layouts and lack of venues, has been improved on with the launch of Celebrity Beyond and Ascent. The ships are longer, slightly larger, offer a revised Grand Plaza with additional bar and improvements to the rooftop garden, sunset bar, and other passenger spaces. Knowing that Celebrity listened to its passengers' feedback and implemented changes on their latest ships really does cement them as one of the world's great premium cruise lines. Don't be worried though, Edge is no consolation prize. She is an absolutely stunning ship and I think is a terrific choice for your next cruise holiday, perhaps an all-included one at that. Edge will soon be sailing off to the Northern Hemisphere, but she will return to Australia at the end of this 2024 year, so she'll be back for our summer 2024-2025. If you haven't booked on her yet, I suggest you do. She really is one of the greatest ships sailing in our region. I hope you enjoyed watching this lengthy review of the Celebrity Edge experience. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up or leave a comment. And if you'd like to book a cruise on Edge or any other cruise line, you can head to my website, thecruiseandtravelguide.com.au. Quick note, I just want to say big thanks to everyone that came up and said hello during this cruise. It was really an honor to meet you all, and I loved chatting and seeing your faces, so thank you very much. And you can give me a follow on Facebook and Instagram at The Cruise and Travel Guide to stay up with my travels as they happen. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon. To see if I could enjoy a truly all-inclusive cruise holiday experience and not set... There's so much more though. She has a fabulous pool deck that is... It all starts with interior, then goes to ocean view, of course the When Edge was launched, she was definitely met with high praise on the whole, but there were a few changes that at least... When Edge launched, she was definitely met with a general sense of high praise, but there were definitely also, definitely. To me, that means accommodation, food, dining, and beverages. Wait, food and dining are the same thing.